Hey everyone, Edgey Berserker back with Injustice Gods Among Us. It feels like forever since I recorded because I did like so much front loading. Anyways, last we left off was Raiden. Jesus. Raven. Blah. Now we're on Aquaman. This don't look like Jason Momoa. Damn it. I want Jason Momoa. And we're going on very easy because after that kerfuffle of normal mode, Edgey's staying a scrub lord forever. Oh, lordy. Man, okay, so I took Jojo to the vet today, got his needles and all that. He was the first cat I ever had to actually pick up and hold. So the vet could actually get the needle in him because he was like, nah, man, nah, not in this, no. He was probably like, oh my god, no. So no needles for him. The volume on my TV is very loud, so I'm just going to jump backwards for a second. Just to make sure. Okay, we're good. Didn't want an echo because that would have been bad skis. But yeah, so because I forgot his previous paperwork though, I couldn't get his rabies shot done right then and there because we weren't sure if it was done or not. So I have to go back and get it done. Dang it all. So that's fine, that's fine. And yeah, so that was my adventure for today. My other adventure was I picked up mine and my sister's copy of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Mine's the Eevee version. Yeah, shock of shocks, right? But big butts. I didn't realize it was freaking $150 Canadian about when it comes with the little ball thing. So when they told me the total, I was sitting like, oh, okay, thank you. And meanwhile, in my head, I was like, because I mean, granted, I did drop quite a bit of coin on like the special edition of Soul Calibur 6. But that was a lot of coin to just drop down for 2 games. Ow. So, you know, I do have a Patreon, so if you like, just kidding. That was something. And then I had the vet appointment thing, so now it's like, wow, I spent a lot of money this week in a 2-day span. And yeah, I still have birthdays and Christmas to worry about. And I got my brother's birthday gift already. He doesn't watch this, so I can safely say what it is. It's an not an SNES Classic, an NES Classic. And I'm gonna pre-hack it and give him all the games on it. Yas. Hey, come on, my NES Classic has, like, Bad News Baseball on it. That game's fucking great. One of the few sports games I actually enjoy. Oh, shit! Ah, I deserved that one up my butt. It's like in an evil version. No wonder he looks so much more intimidating there. That's okay though. 'Cause now I can get my Aquaman trophy and it's all good. Get fucked. I love it. Fed him a shark with really unnatural teeth there. Now that said though, I gotta say I kinda like how Aquaman plays. I mean, he's not Jason Momoa, but you know, I'll accept it. At least he's not long-haired hook hand version. Yeah, don't think I forgot about the 90s on that one. That was like, come to think of it, I think that image of him with the long hair, the beard, and the replaced hand with like the friggin' like, not a hook, but you know, the trident, but not. That was actually probably the first image of Aquaman I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. And then I saw the whole joke about him being like basically a joke, and I read a lot of Twisted Toy Fair Theater, and yeah, everything was about how much he sucks. But then it's like, you know what? On the upside though, like, yeah, his powers seem kind of limited on depending where he's going. He can fucking summon a shark though. That's kind of cool. And like, yeah, I mean, I don't hate the guy. I remember people mentioning in the old cartoon, like Super Friends or whatever, his powers, he was kind of lame. And he had like a little like Aquaman mobile or something. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. And everything hinged on the fact water needed to be nearby with a sea creature inside of it. Now mind you, that's my ship memory thinking about that, so I'm not sure.
For Atlantis!
For Atlantis! Oh god, why didn't I think that through? Okay, real talk guys, I've been playing this game for like, I'd say half the cast now, almost. Big questionino, how do you get those wager things to come up? Because I don't know. No, it's not that. I thought it'd be the same as like if you do your super... And you know, I stabbed him in the dick, so in the fine edgy tradition of what she does, that's one of them. Huzzah. Aw, my little kitty. He's finally tired out from his needles. They said, oh, it'd be sleepy like all day. I was like, well, fucking like first 4 hours afterwards, he sure wasn't tired. Oh, I love the little guy though. He's so cute. I don't know, I think they're offering like a pet insurance thing or something plan, and I'm legit actually thinking about it. And I want to find out what the monthly fees are for it, but if it's not that bad, I might actually just sign up, honestly. Because, funny enough, checkups are actually included in it, so it's like, that is kind of worth it. Oh, I don't know, we'll see.
Almighty Neptune!
And yes, I also did hear about Stan Lee passing away, which was really sad. Again, I recorded a lot of stuff ahead of time that I didn't get to mention that. And, you know, what appropriate way than to actually have it on the comic book game. Though I know that he did, like, Marvel mostly. But still, though. Didn't Stanley also do like a Pamela Anderson one called like Stripperella? I could be very wrong about that though. Just the weird HBO days. Though, if that was Stripperella, that's like almost the play on Vampirella. And her design, which was like, you know, famously like, whoa, what the fuck? That was like very 90s shit there, honestly. But she was like basically, Vampirella was like definitely like Betty Page was her inspiration, hands down. Be silly to say otherwise, honestly. Yeah, I think I mentioned that. I came about the time of Chaos Comics with Lady Death and Purgatory and all that. And Chastity the Vampire. We just wanted to be a theater kid. So sad, really. Where was it? Evil Ernie was the other one. Yeah, oh god, I remember this shit. Mostly because I have a lot of the comics, actually. Up, there we go. I wish, though, I could play the Darkness game. First person, that's the only problem. Because I read those comics so much during that time. Huge fan of the Darkness. Just think about comic books and shit. Oh, god. Edgey likes it. So does Aquaman. See, you won. Look at that shit. Sure, the whole building's waterlogged now, but hey, it's something. Now we can bring Atlantis to you. Oh, Raven, what up? I played you last time. Whew. We summoned a demon and then the world got destroyed. Huzzah! We fucked up. I think after my big recording sesh, I'm gonna friggin' just go and make some tea. My sister bought me some Christmas tea. Hold on a second. I can tell you what it's called. Oh, reaching over. Jumping backwards. It's called Candy Cane Crush from fucking David's Tea. It's just called David's Tea, not fucking David's Tea. And it's cool to see that David's Tea is also in major grocery stores now. Where you can, oh sorry, I was putting the bag back. Where you can friggin' purchase them on the shelves. Like, no sponsorship, I just fucking love tea, y'all. There's some good brands out there. Ah, fuck. Ow! Yeah, I like doing that move. Oh, I can do my Aquaman thing. Let's do it. Let's do the Aquaman thing. Yeah! Waterlog the fucking Batcave. Fuck you, Batman. You gotta afford this shit. I mean, I'm sure your basement's flooded a few times. Oh, in the background there, it looks like things are crumbling. Oops. I'll send Bruce the fucking bill later. Whatever. What I unlock? 10 wins with Aquaman and a new player badge. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm actually recording this on the Saturday, so I'm like legit thinking about the thing I'm gonna stream tonight. Well, since it's probably already happened, you're gonna hear my thought process on this. So I'm either gonna do an art stream, though I might just do a lot of recording and just draw on my own, and then I'll like go and do some SNK heroines. Just because I got the DLC, so I want to see how Arthur, Scullo, and Miss X play. And then we can watch their endings and all that fun shit. That game's fun though. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Of course, that's the Switch version, because that's the only version I have of the game. Funny enough, I cannot find the PlayStation 4 version at all in any of the stores anyways. Just in the stores, like online, I know I could probably find it no problem. It's just weird that I can't find it in store. I got the Switch version no problem, interesting enough. But I'm not too worried about it, because whatever. Another thing I'm thinking of possibly streaming is some Taiko Drum Master, because why not? I do actually have the controller, but by the time I stream, it would not be a good time to play it. Aquaman, flooding all your basements. Now you gotta get the drain and make sure no mold get in the basement. That's my song for the day. Aquaman floods your basement. My new single. Check it out on SoundCloud. Just kidding. I don't have a SoundCloud, but I do have a Patreon. Just kidding. I mean, okay, if you want to support on Patreon, cool, you can. If you don't want it, that's cool too. Just, you know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, go on the streams when they're on, whatever. That's another way you can support if you don't think you can afford it, and blah, blah, blah. Plus, again, with the Patreon, I like to point out, though, $1 is still, like, a good amount of support regardless. So there you go. Okay, anyways, Wonder Woman. You're gonna be the next episode, actually. I actually looked that up previously, only because I wanted to get some title cards done ahead of time. So I had them saved on my cloud drive, so when I upload them from my PC, I can easily accessorize them. Access them. Because fun process, I do all my design stuff on the Mac, because it has all the good programs on it. Legally, I might add. It's not a purchase. My old job actually offered a perk of having them, so there you go. And I only have CS2 on my PC, and, you know, working in CS2 after using some of the better versions, a little tough. And it's just a simple thing about how the windows are displayed in the thing. That's the hilarious part. Plus now my job involves designing all day, like, fuck, man. That's great. I'm just, I'm so happy that I have a design job. Feels so good. But I did learn something, though. I really hate designing calendars. Because it's not like my old job where we had like just templates for that shit and you just pop things in. Oh, no, no, no. No, that shit is literally, you gotta make it from scratch. So guess who's been making calendars from scratch? Guess who also learned about some stuff about InDesign that I didn't learn in college, and had to look up via the internet and managed to train herself. Actually pretty good at making them. Edgey did. I do know the art of bullshitting my way through fucking InDesign. But on the most part, I do know the program. It's just like certain things I didn't know. Like list processing, which I now know how to do, which is cool. I'm actually quite excited that I learned how to do it. And that was, again, just by doing a quick tutorial. And no, I'm not saying, oh, these programs, you can learn them, blah, 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 just by going on the, you can't go split. No, actually, on the work experience. Because, yeah, you can, like, do the YouTube stuff. That's fine. That's totally fine. But I've seen so many people who say they're graphic designers get burned by simple print setup stuff. So, Edgey's gonna rock talk with you about that stuff because it's very important. For instance, yes, you can make your whole thing in RGB. That's fine. But if you choose certain colors, just understand those will not transfer in print. But if you use the color picker tool in Photoshop, there should be an option where it shows like all the numbers, so like RGB, CMYK, blah, blah, blah. There's a little box that shows like an exclamation point when you do the R-dropper. And that shows that that's what it's going to look like in CMYK, just to warn you. Because another way you can do it is you can also like open your thing up and see what it looks like in CMYK mode, and then you're like, shit, my things aren't going to be as vibrant as I think. That generally is what happens. RGB, for instance, loves doing like purpley blues, but in print that could either turn very blue or very purple, not the in-between that you were hoping for. Greens, you could totally think you got a bright green, but guess what? It then gets muted when you actually print it. Grays are another beast also, because grays sometimes do not translate well. And in digital print especially, those will get very streaky. My other pro tip is when you open up Photoshop, you start a new document, and you see the DPI as 72. Change that to 300, because if you want that printing, guess what? The 72 looks great on the monitor, looks like shit in print. So I'm just gonna give you some pro tips there. And also try to do it in the size that you want to do the page. Depending your DPI also, you can get away with enlargement on some things, but just know that you will get some artifacting and JPEG jaggies, as they're called, in the print stuff. So yeah, Edgey's giving you some hot takes. And also, when setting up a bleed, you have to have a safe zone of 1.25 all around the edge. That means don't put your text near the edge, because when they have to cut that shit, that could cut stuff off. So that's my other pro tip. Seen that so much in business cards, it drives me bonkers. And also, doing your logo in Excel? No, you're a bad person. Put away the computer. Anyways, let's see what the ending is, because I get so passionate about design.
Victory over Superman was only the beginning of Aquaman's rise to power. Uniting the world's oceans under the banner of Atlantis, Aquaman had a controlling interest in the planet's ecology and economy. His influence did not escape the attention of the world's multinational corporations, who looked to end his reign. Villains lured by the promise of big money to assassinate the King of Atlantis pursued him relentlessly. But Aquaman's popularity served him well. The world's citizens rose up in anger against those who would quell Aquaman's influence. The threat abated, a groundswell of support began for a united Earth under Aquaman's command.
So, Aquaman became the president of the world? Okay. Anyways, this is edgeyberzerker signing off on this edition of Injustice: Gods Among Us. Till the next episode, I will see y'all later. Bye now.